explaining earlier, and I should have, is that because this is a special board meeting, there wasn't a link sent to the public to be able to turn in comments like you normally would do. Some of you have done that before, where you input your data and it gets to us through a Google form, but many residents, community members did submit comments. I have a stack of them here. They did it through the email. We received many of them. As the president of the Board of Trustees, I got them all, and they're a mixed bag. There are a lot that are similar to what we heard this evening, and there are a lot that are totally to the contrary. And a lot of our parents don't feel comfortable even coming in public meetings. So I do want it to be known that we do have a lot of email comments that were sent into us, and I'm not going to read them. But I do want you all to know that they exist and that there are varying opinions in our community. And we take them all into consideration. That's the key. So there are a couple things that we're going to get to in our comments. And typically the president of the Board of Trustees speaks last. That's just a parliamentary procedure and something that I adhere to. So I'm going to ask my colleagues to be able to give us their impressions and opinions. But one of the things I think that needs to be said before we get into this phase is this. We are officers of the state of California. We are sworn officers. We raise our hand and take an oath to uphold the California Constitution and all laws, rules, mandates, as well as for the United States Constitution and all applicable statutes and laws and mandates. So we are bound. We are bound to uphold California rule and regulation. So why am I saying that? I'm saying that because I heard some of you this evening talk about dropping the mask mandate even before the 11th, and that simply is not possible. And it's not possible for a multitude of reasons, but one, because we are state officers and we shall not violate the law or rules or statute. Okay, that's one. Two, we have been informed by our legal counsel, and also we have information from insurers that if we don't uphold the mandate, that we will be subject to losing our liability insurance. And that is very precarious because, in fact, there are some in this community that have already served us with paperwork, precursor to paperwork, to suing us individually, suing the district. Yeah. I wouldn't say that's something to clap about, audience, and I'll tell you why. No, excuse me. Let's stay in order, please. We're an order society. This is a country of law and order. And I think we should make sure that we stay in order and have proper decorum. I do not think it's something to celebrate to sue your own school district. That is my opinion. And in fact, we are at personal liability and district liability if we do not enforce state mandate. So what does that mean? What it means is, let's say, for instance, somebody sues the school district or sues the board for any given offense that they think that they can. And if the school district doesn't have liability insurance, Trustee Briscoe, Trustee Souders, Trustee Singer, Trustee Westwell, and myself would be personally responsible for paying every penny of legal costs and any kind of settlement, fees, anything. I don't think any one of you would want that for yourselves, just like we wouldn't, because we're trying to do our best in a balancing act to make sure that we are upholding all state law, rules, and statute while hearing from our community and making sure that we're doing the right thing for children. With that, I'm going to turn it over to my colleague, Trustee Westwell, to be able to speak his mind, and we will move on to the next trustee and so on. Go ahead, Trustee Westwell, you are recognized.